How to speak out against Jew hate without apologizing. Jew hate does not go away because decent people ignore it. That is the first mistake. People see something ugly, anti Semitic, or openly anti Zionist and think, I don't want to amplify this. I understand the instinct. Nobody wants to hand a microphone to a lunatic. But silence does not make hatred smaller, it gives it privacy. Anti Semitism is a cockroach. Stop dimming the lights and acting surprised when it comes back with friends. Call it out, screenshot it, name it, explain why it is wrong. Not because every idiot deserves a debate, but because everyone watching deserves clarity. Some people do not need educating, they need exposing. And yes, I know what some of you are thinking. Easy for you to say. Speaking out can put a target on my back. You're right, it can. But here is the part we need to stop whispering. The target is already there. In 2026, Jews in the diaspora are once again asking questions our great grandparents would recognize immediately. Is it safe to wear the necklace? Is it safe to send the kids to Jewish school? Is it safe to walk into synagogue without security? Is it safe to say, I am a Jew, too loudly in public? This is not 1936, but Jews recognize the questions, and those questions never lead anywhere good. Silence did not save Jews then. It will not save us now. If being visibly Jewish feels dangerous, that is exactly why hiding is not a strategy. Hiding only teaches the people threatening us that intimidation works. And right now, many Jews feel safer in Israel, where the danger is named, understood, and fought, than in parts of the diaspora where everyone keeps pretending the smoke alarm is just being dramatic. The key is knowing what you are looking at. Jew hate has worn three major costumes throughout history. Anti-Judaism was religious. It said Judaism was the problem. Jews could theoretically be fixed if they stopped being Jews. Anti-Semitism was racial. It said Jews themselves were the problem. Conversion would not save them. Assimilation would not save them. Their Jewishness was treated as a permanent stain. Anti-Zionism is political. It says Jewish sovereignty is the problem. Jews may pray, mourn, cook, sing, write books, win Nobel Prizes, and be adorable in Holocaust documentaries. But the moment Jews have borders, soldiers, power, and the ability to say no, suddenly everyone becomes very concerned about nationalism. Different costume, same obsession. The modern costume is clever because it pretends to be about power, borders, and justice. But somehow, the one nation always placed on trial for existing is the Jewish one. That is not a coincidence. That is the pattern. That is also why you cannot fight Jew hate with facts alone. Facts matter, history matters, receipts matter. But you are not walking into a comment section with a 47 slide deck titled, Why Hating Jews is Bad, and changing the heart of someone who already decided Jews are guilty. Use truth first. Jews are not visitors in Jewish history. Jewish history in Israel did not begin in 1948. Zionism is Jewish self-determination. Anti-Zionism is the campaign to deny that right to Jews alone. Israel has flaws, like every country on earth. Jewish imperfection does not cancel Jewish rights. That is the trick. They do not demand better Jewish behavior. They demand less Jewish existence, and sometimes no Jewish existence at all. This is also where humor matters. Not clown humor, not dancing through tragedy. I mean the kind of humor that rips the mask off a lie. When someone calls Jews white European colonizers while standing in front of a poster of Jesus, Moses, and hummus, you are allowed to notice the historical pothole. That person did not come prepared for history. He came prepared for vibes and a bullhorn. When someone says Zionists control the media, ask why we are apparently doing such a terrible job. When someone says from the river to the sea is about freedom, ask why their version of freedom always ends with Jews unable to defend themselves. When someone says this isn't anti-Semitism, it's anti-Zionism, say, wonderful, same hate, newer font. The point is not to be cruel. The point is to refuse the fake seriousness of stupid ideas. Some slogans deserve scholarship. Some deserve a shovel. Speak clearly. That matters more than sounding impressive. Jew hate wins by making normal people tired. It drags you into definitions, distractions, fake nuance, side quests, and 900 reasons why this time the Jews had it coming. Do not take the bait and stop defining their accusations for them. If someone calls Israel colonial, apartheid, genocidal, fascist, or whatever word is trending that afternoon, Do not immediately start explaining the term and assembling their argument. They made the claim. Make them define it. Make them state the standard. Make them show how Israel meets it. You are not their unpaid research assistant. Most of these arguments collapse the moment the person making them is required to explain what the words actually mean. Then say the thing. Jewish safety matters. Jewish sovereignty matters. Jewish suffering does not become less real because Jews can fight back. Peace without Jewish safety is not peace. Silence is not neutrality. It is permission. And stop speaking like you need approval. You don't. We survived empires, expulsions, inquisitions, pogroms, gas chambers, rockets, tunnels, and now social media idiots. Quite a resume. We do not need moral permission slips from people who learned Middle East history from TikTok and think context is a personality. Speak with confidence, not arrogance, not cruelty. Confidence. Arrogance says, I know everything. Confidence says, I know who I am. And Jews need to remember who we are. We are not guests in Jewish history. We are not useful victims who become problematic the moment we survive. We are Jews, living Jews, loud when needed, funny because what else are we supposed to do? Angry because we are awake, stubborn because history keeps testing us and we keep passing. So speak when it is awkward, speak when your voice shakes, speak when your friends suddenly discover complexity only when Jews are bleeding. Speak when the comments are ugly, when the room gets quiet, and when institutions issue statements so weak they need calcium and a walker. You do not need to know every date, every war, every treaty, every border, every Ottoman land record, every UN resolution, or every footnote in Jewish history. Learn, yes. Read, yes. Get sharper, always. But do not wait until you are an encyclopedia to say that hating Jews is evil. The anti-Semites certainly did not wait until they were educated to speak. Why should we wait until we are perfect? Call it out, laugh at the absurdity, tell the truth, protect your people, stay loud, stay Jewish, and for God's sake, stop apologizing for noticing. Because Jew hate grows in darkness, and Jews, we know a few things about light. If you enjoy my writing, support me by buying my book, Screaming into the Void, available on paperback or Kindle on Amazon.com.